Welcome to A Simple Life with me and the boys. Luca's here today. He's gonna hang out with us and we are gonna move the pigs. The pigs need to be moved. We are gonna repair the one pig shelter that they've destroyed, which is what happens. So we're gonna get these guys moved. You ready?
Yeah.
Pigs are happy. We got their shelter built back up. They're all eating and going about their business. I am gonna go and check on some of the little ones. And the reason why I'm gonna check on some of the little ones is because I've caught Autumn tossing piglets lately. She's been in a mood. One of those moods that you don't want to cross. You don't want to cross the females in your life when they're in a mood. And I don't know what she's in a mood for, but she's been hell on wheels. And I've been having reports of small piglets being tossed in the air like gunny sacks. All right, we're done moving the pigs for today. We are going to go up to Herman's. We're gonna get some stuff done at Herman's. I have to fix this faucet and we're gonna work on the greenhouse because we're almost done. We're so stinking close. We need to put the door hardware up, and then I need to build the doors. So we will see you up at Herman's. All right, we're up at Herman's. The boys are checking to make sure all the babies are there. And Herman came up to visit. He just drove up here a second ago, so we're gonna say hi. What do you think about the greenhouse?
Oh, looks pretty good.
I gotta put the plastic along the bottom still. Right here I have to put the plastic along the bottom.
Along here, yeah.
Yeah. But the sides are done. The sides can roll up and down.
Okay.
I'm gonna show him. He hasn't been up here for a couple weeks.
Yeah, maybe. You can raise a lot of stuff in here.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna put 3 or 4 of them up here.
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
We're gonna burn all the grass and the dead grass around our rhubarb patch. This rhubarb patch starts down there and it goes all the way up to there. It's about 160 feet. And what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm just burning all the grass on this hillside. That's all I'm trying to do is stump the grass. The method I used 2 years ago was to come through with a weed whacker. It worked good, but it was too far into the season. And because it was too far into the season, I could only just mow or like kind of get the top of the grass down. I've been wanting to try this method of taking a torch and coming in and burning off all the tall dead grass, and as well as stunting the grass that's growing. Now there's still gonna be moss in here. You can see there's some moss right here. So there's still gonna be moss, so I'm not gonna be burning all that. But what I'm really trying to get is all these little tufts of grass, like right here. I'm trying to get a lot of that stuff. This is working really good. We'll see how the rhubarb comes out in the spring and see if I did any damage to any of it. This is what I'm seeing, and this is what's cool. Where I'm seeing my rhubarb, there's a lot of leaf litter that's all nice and wet. And if I pull this back, let me see, they probably, so if it's not here, then it's right here. Oh, there it is. There's the nodule, right there. That nodule, everything got burned around it, but that nodule still had some wet leaves and stuff on it that protected it.
This was a perfect time to burn. It rained for a few weeks, then it got dry, and everything was dry enough to ignite and not spread.
we got the whole entire patch burned. Well, we're gonna get up and build that barn door.
Yeah.
This is how we're gonna build the doors. I have them laid out. I cut these pieces down at the shop so that would be nice and square and, you know, nice clean cuts, not chainsaw cuts. We are going to use these plates to connect these so that way we don't end up with any goofiness. And I'm also going to take a 2x4 and brace a 2x4 across here like this.
I remember watching my dad build, and it was this magical thing for me as a child to see him take lumber and build houses and bathrooms and bedrooms and stages and pulpits and all kinds of stuff, remodel churches for friends. It was just an amazing thing to watch him do. It was a little bit like watching a magic trick. You didn't really understand how it happened, but you knew you wanted to see it. I'm nowhere close to the carpenter my dad was. I wouldn't even classify myself as a carpenter. But I love building. And the other day, Clint asked me, why do you always use a chainsaw to cut everything? And it was a good question. It's not something that my dad ever did. It just happens to be a tool that I have. And I've gotten comfortable building with it. You know, my cuts aren't perfect, but for what I'm doing, it works really well. It's one of those things that once you get comfortable with something, you find that it can actually do more than you thought it could. And so for many years, I only ever used a chainsaw for cutting down trees, bucking wood. But this little tiny climbing saw that I have, I've fallen in love with this saw. It has become my go-to tool for clearing brush, for taking down small trees, and for building fences and obviously other farm structures. So what am I getting at here? Well, sometimes going up to Herman's and just working by myself allows me to experience a little bit of that magic that I saw my dad perform when I was a kid. I know I'm doing the work, but once it's done, I step back. And it's kind of like seeing my dad do something. It's magical to realize what you've just done. It's like it appeared out of nowhere. Well, thank you for joining us today on A Simple Life.